All right, guys. A little bit of recap of the Manchester, Tennessee CB break, Channel 28, Good Time Gang break. Some of the stuff I picked up sitting here in front of me. We'll talk about it here in a second. We'll talk about a couple things first, then I'll talk about some of the equipment that I got. It'll Most of it you see sitting in front of me a bit for sale. Didn't get a lot of items yesterday, but I'll explain that here in a little bit. But first off, I want to thank everybody that stopped by and did business with me. A very busy day. I tried to bring a variety of stuff, everything I could fit in my Suburban, just a little bit of everything. Probably not 10 to 15% of inventory, but I fit what I could in the Suburban and tried to have a good variety. Excuse me. And did a lot of business with a lot of folks. So I appreciate that. A lot of you guys that were there had done business with me before, a lot of people that I'd never met, and a lot of new customers too. So always good to get out there and shake some hands and talk radio with people. It was a very, very, very busy day. Next, I want to thank my friends that came and helped me watch my tables and stuff and hung out with me. RC, of course, if you were there, you guys probably met him. He actually loaded a lot of stuff up in his truck and took it over there for me, stuff I couldn't fit in the Suburban, and helped me watch my tables, and he handled some money for me and stuff like that. So appreciate it to him. Stump, obviously one of my best friends. Couldn't have done it without him being there as well. He helped watch the table there for me. The brief periods that I walked away, they watched my stuff for me and talked to folks and kind of helped me to manage the flow of traffic, I guess you'd say. Budman was set up next to me, also a very good friend of mine, and Mr. Budweiser was also set up next to me, also a friend. So I would go down the list of people I met and talk about a lot of folks, but I know I'd leave somebody out. So just wanted to mention some of the guys that were set up near me and some of the folks, some of my good friends that helped me kind of watch my table and stuff and say thank you to them. Equipment that's in front of me, I mainly just bought stuff from my friends, guys. I didn't have a lot of time to walk around. You know, every break I go to, people ask me, they're like, well, how come you didn't do a video of the break? You should do a video going around to the different tables and showing the equipment. I agree. Somebody should do that, but most times I don't have time for it, especially if I set up to sell. Now, if I go to a break just to buy stuff, I'm more out to do that. But if I'm set up to sell, I mean, just the reality of it is I'm just way too busy. And I think I walked about 100 yards away from my table one time. And that's because I was making a sale to somebody using a credit card. So other than that, I didn't get to really venture out and walk around much. So that's why you guys didn't see me do like a video of the break or anything like that. Whether it's one I host or whether it's one I attend, if I'm set up selling, there's just not a lot of time. So the stuff I got came from friends of mine. The first thing I want to mention is this Turner Plus 3B. I've been on the hunt for one of these, and a super nice gentleman, Mr. Ernie, brought it to me. He's a subscriber here on the channel. Ernie, I already texted you this morning. Like I said, sorry I didn't get to talk to you more, man, but it was crazy when you came up and handed me this thing. Ernie came up and handed me a package, and I had no idea what was in it. He said, "Here, take this." And heck, it could have been a bomb, or it could have been a dang thing of cocaine or something for all I knew. But I looked down in it and it was a Turner Plus 3B, which is better than both of those other alternatives there. But I didn't know what the heck it was when he first handed it to me and didn't know who he was. I'd never met him before. But as soon as I saw it was a Turner Plus 3B, I said, "Oh, Ernie, I appreciate it, man," because he had told me he had one. So, Ernie, I appreciate it. I'll get square with you on this thing. He wouldn't let me pay him for it. Wanted me to try it out on my Yazoo and see how it does. And I'll either trade him out of it or pay him for it. So, Ernie, I appreciate it, man. And thanks for understanding how busy I was yesterday. I say that to a lot of folks. You know, I'd be mid-conversation with somebody, and then like two or three other people would come up talking to me and ask me about buying stuff. And I wasn't trying to be rude if I cut anybody off. It was very hectic there. The mid-morning rush was pretty hectic. So appreciate everybody's patience with that. If I cut you off, it wasn't because I didn't care about what you had to say or wasn't interested in talking to you. I was just trying to handle business on the other side as well. So appreciate everybody's patience with that. And again, thank you, Ernie. My good friend Bud Man hooked me up with these. That amp over there is a 2-tube 8417. Be like a super modulator type deal, and it has a spare 8417 tube on top of it. It'll be up for sale. He knows I bought it with the intention of selling it, so it wasn't like it was gifted to me or anything. I bought it with the intention of selling it. Bud Man is a #1 guy. I always recommend people do business with him. A plus person to do business with. Good sea beer. If you guys see him at any breaks, a lot of times he takes the Anderson connectors and stuff like that. And he's got other stuff too. He is A plus to do business with. Good guy. He also sold me some 8950 tubes there. Tested out 100% on his Syncor tester, I believe is what he uses. So if you have like a different tester, they could test 90% or something, but they're full output basically. So I got 4 8950 tubes from him. I'll probably sell them if a local doesn't get them off of me. Got a local that runs a Mako 200 or 300, and he had been hounding me about some tubes for a while, so I'm going to give him first shot at them. Otherwise, I'll probably end up selling them. Excuse me. This one came also from a good friend of mine, 1 driving, 2 driving 12, Toshiba 2879 amp. All Toshiba 2879s with exception of the 1 driver transistor. So it's a 1 driving 2 over here, 12 pill over here together, 1x2 by 12. I'm expecting really good numbers out of this thing. It is for sale. I look to test it on the 600 amp power supply here in the next couple days, hopefully. I have a lot of videos to do, so maybe I shouldn't have said a couple of days, but I look to test it here pretty soon. It's in nice shape on the inside. All 12 of the Toshiba 2879s, to my knowledge, I have seen inside pictures of it. They were all matching. And then the 1 driving 2 section has been repealed. So at one point, somebody probably overdrove that section, and it has been repealed over there. So the 1 has been changed, and the 2 2879s, they have also been changed, but they're also Toshibas, legit Toshibas. Mr. Budweiser, me and him give each other a hard time. If you guys were around, you probably heard some banter going back and forth between me and him. We talk trash back and forth to each other all the time. I was going to get on here and say something smart aleck about this junk. Probably don't work because of who I bought it from, but he's a good guy. Budweiser in Nashville. Had a lot of fun hanging out with him. He sat up over there next to me, and he's somebody I definitely consider a friend. We give each other a hard time. Just a friendly rivalry type stuff and friendly trash talk type stuff there. So I got these from him. I'll be fair with you. I have never had one of these Pride Earthquake 200s. It's a bass amp, 110. I'm assuming it's like a 2-pill. I could be wrong about that. It could be something completely different. The switches, I'm going to have to see if I can find a picture of these because that looks like AM and sideband. I'm sure one of these is on and off, probably that one, maybe. And then, you got your low, medium, high, and max over here, but I got no idea what the rest of these do. So we'll just kind of have to mess with it and see. But I just got these off him, just kind of little bargain amps there, a little Texas Star 250, just to do some wheeling and dealing with my friends. So always like to do that. If I'm not busy when I go to breaks, I do end up buying a lot of stuff. I probably would have loaded the Suburban down with deals if I could find deals. So I heard some deals were going around. People told me, hey, such and such has got this Cobra 1000 for so much money. And trust me, I would have went and bought it in a heartbeat, but just could not leave my table. There was just too much going on. So I like to spend money at breaks when I go if I'm not selling, because that drives people to want to attend breaks. And it's not all about buying and selling. Trust me, there's a lot of socializing and, folks kicking back some cold beers together and stuff like that. There's nothing wrong with that at all. But a lot of people's motivation to go into these breaks is to buy good equipment and sell, and if no money's changing hands and nobody's buying, nobody's selling, a lot of people won't show back up. So if I'm not doing my part selling and benefiting from that, then I try to go and spend money with other people. But like I said, just got to spend a little bit with my friends yesterday, and got some nice little goodies here that we'll do some videos on. And that's it. So the break went well, good turnout. I highly recommend people to go. I highly recommend people to have these get-togethers like this. CB is kind of a niche hobby, even though it is growing. I can't say that enough. I've been in it 20 plus years, and there's probably more people in radio right now than there has been in the last, the whole time I've been in it. It was kind of at a low point when I got into radio, and went through some kind of lulls. And I tell you guys, it has just exploded. So I encourage everybody, do some get-togethers. If you've got a good local crowd, go out to breakfast with each other. Do some buy, selling, and trade things there. A lot of people from far states came to this break. Lots of California guys, some people from Florida, some people from Michigan, Ohio, Northeast corner, Nebraska, stuff like that. Just people from everywhere come to this break. And I encourage you guys, if you're just going to go to one break, if it's not one that I'm holding, if I'm not hosting one, then go to Manchester. Otherwise, if I'm having a break, come to mine. But I appreciate everybody. Again, thank you for everybody's business. Thank you for everybody's patience. I got scolded a couple of times for not answering my text messages, and I don't deny that. My phone is so jam-packed sometimes. I do neglect some messages, and unfortunately, it costs me some sales sometimes. So I got scolded a little bit by that. About that yesterday, and that's okay. I can take a butt scolding if I deserve it. So everybody out there, have a good one. It was great to see everybody that I got to see. Again, special shout out to my friends that helped me, my friends that I bought some stuff off of, and the folks that helped me watch my table and stuff. Thank you for that. Everybody have a good one. Check out the website, roostercb.com. Questions, comments, shoot me a text, 423-299-3535. Rooster in Tennessee. See you, bye.